my hat to succeed. So I took it off. So it's not.
What a beautiful way.
The opening of our live tonight is Dina singing "I'm Too Sexy for My Hat." It is true. Hey, hello everyone, and welcome to a YouTube Live and a Facebook Live. I'm having trouble with words. It's hilarious. About X-Men disabilities are
abilities.
So all of us on here are either ADD, OCD, highly functioning autistic, Asperger's, what else, folks? All weird and wonderful capacities. And so we have an X-Men coming up on Sunday night. It's a 3-evening class. It's a 2-day class, but we'll do it over 3 nights. And we wanted to come on and educate and have fun with the ways that we had decided that we had a disability, and it turned out to be
An ability.
Abilities.
And so, who'd like to go first? It's spotlight. I'm putting you guys on the spotlight. Of course,
go.
Are you gonna go? Oh, free to go, free to go, 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 free to go, free to go, free to go.
So this is something I actually realized quite early with my journey on Access and X-Men and that stuff. I used to think I was shy. Whenever I came into a new group, I was like, I didn't really want to talk to anybody. I just wanted to be like close to my friend who took me or something. And Susanna Mittermeier, who's also an Access Consciousness facilitator, asked me, like, are you shy, or are you just, first of all, really aware of everybody else being insecure, being like, I don't know if they like me, like, how much are you aware of what's going on for everybody else? I was like, oh, yeah. And how much could I just perceive all that? And that's why I took myself back to just like, I could scan the whole room the moment I entered. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we call this OCD, and OCD is your ability to pick up other people's thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And in Frida's case, you walk into a room and you have a download of what's going on for people, but you've never been told that you have a capacity to be aware of what goes on in people's heads, and that you're hideously aware of the unsaid points of views. And so then you walk in and you compress, which is shyness, as the disability, instead of the capacity is to be aware of everything that's going on in the room and then have your reality. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So what's it like using that to your advantage now as an ability?
Actually, what you just said, I know I can have my reality, whatever is going on for everybody else. Like, I just have to ask myself these simple questions, like, who does this belong to, or what am I aware of here? And everything lightens up. And just this like change of perspective from, oh my God, I'm so shy, to, oh my God, I'm aware of so many things, just turned everything around.
I'm so beautiful and I don't know how to do this. Can you just handle it for me?
Pretty much.
Can you just like pay for this? Like, I'm just like, I cannot, I don't think I can pay for this.
And also Frida makes these beautiful, I call them moving graphics. Like these little imagery she does for X-Men, and people love it because she's an ability to download what it's like to have this functionality, this neurodivergent difference. Thanks so much. Thank you. Yay. Who else would like to go?
I'm happy.
Hey, you're happy?
Yeah, I'm happy to go.
If you feel like happiness is a truth, go for it.
So what many times I was made wrong because people told me that I get lost in details, uh, and then I lose the whole picture, and then I started to investigate it in a way, from the point of view that what is my wrongness is my strongness.
Hey!
And then I realized that actually paying attention on details, it is a great skill of mine, and also it helps me to gather information much better and more efficient than for anyone else who doesn't do that. So actually I can pick information details so well, then so many people just fly over it, and then I know where the the important things lay, and then they just don't see, because they just details, yeah. But sometimes that's what you that helps you a lot.
I'm so grateful for your attention to detail, because for me stuff like that can be
Me
boring.
too.
Yeah, and so Adina
Yeah.
works with us, and she'll spot things like I booked my flight incorrectly and an incorrect date, or she goes down to the agenda of all the workshops and she'll spot if we're traveling or if something is double booked. She only looks at it and she'll be like, that's off. And so it's a massive capacity to see when there's an energy that's not flowing, like a wave, like the ecology of the earth, everything goes in waves. And it's such a we get, myself and Troy get to benefit from this OCD and capacity of detail. I adore it. It's so beautiful. It really
Thank
is.
you.
Such a gift.
And I'm so grateful that this capacity contributes to you in a way it does, and it's just so great for me as well.
Yeah, and I'm so grateful that I now know that we can contribute to each other, because we tend to be so disconnected from what we can contribute when we're saying we're wrong, which is control. Everywhere that you buy that you're wrong, then you cannot actually contribute to the world being greater and to someone's business and life. And it's huge how disconnected X-Men are from their contribution, because they don't do it the right way, so therefore they're wrong. But it's not that they're wrong, it's that they do it a different way. They have a different way of looking at things. And so someone like Adina, put her into that like really nurture that ability and capacity and attention to detail with emails, with schedules, it's awesome. Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
awesome. Yeah.
And I'm grateful for this as well.
Me too. Me too. Who else would like to go?
I'll go next.
Nihan came in wearing a green shirt, and within the space of 10 seconds, her shirt went to green till she's got like pink flowers now in her boobs.
Yeah, between her boobs,
Her
it's like a lucky flowers. Like I was like, "Whoa, I didn't know I was gonna go there today." It's like, oh, this is wonderful.
One of my superpowers. I don't get better than this.
Well, you absolutely have a superpower power with color. I was like, a super color power. Yes, a super color power. Beautiful.
Wow. Yeah. So speaking of doing things the wrong way, like, who does this? So I grew up trying to prove to my family that I'm not lazy. I don't do things the wrong way. So I worked really hard and I tried to do everything the right way. And lately, thanks to Access X-Men tools, I'm looking at, wait, what if that's not a wrongness? So 2 days ago, something happened. My mom just had surgery and I'm caring for her. And she asked me if I would go and buy her thinner pajamas. And as soon as she said that, my first sense was like, I don't feel like doing that. It's a lot of work. And then I actually caught myself and I asked myself, do I not feel like doing that? Or am I aware there's an easier way to get this done? So I reached out and I know in the meantime, my family's like looking at me and they're like, there she goes again. She's being lazy. But I didn't say anything. I didn't react this time. I didn't try to prove like, oh, I'll go, I'll make you happy, mom. I'm a hardworking. I was like, no, wait, what else is possible here? I lowered down my berries. I reached out and I asked, who would like to gift my mom pajamas? Because I'm in Turkey right now. And here, when somebody has a surgery, people like, you know, relatives come, they bring you gifts. I was like, who's going to bring my mom pajamas? Okay, you guys, here's what she would like. The next day, a friend of hers, she hasn't seen her for a long time. She walks in and she's like, brings my mom pajamas. And the lady says, I don't know why I have this urge to bring you pajamas, but there you go. I'd like to gift these to you. I went into the store. I had this urge. I went in and bought you a pair. I'm like, thank you, lady.
Be aware of Nihan. She has a capacity to put things in your head.
If you have a, yeah, I was just gonna say that. Like, if you have like an urge to give something, I have an urge to give Nihan some gold.
I actually did that to my grandmother last month.
You see, this is Troy's ability. He starts talking about something that has no relevance in the conversation, and then it turns out that it's something that's true, and he's this capacity to find this information. These abilities and capacities are not linear. They don't have a form to them. They have no form. They're energetic awarenesses that is very unique to each X-Men that we work with and come in to do these classes. It's just incredible. Like, it really is. It really is. Anyone else? Miss Maria, I want to see ya.
That's the only song I really like about my name, actually. All the other versions, I don't really like them, but this one is great.
And how
So
did
thank
you
you
know
for
that,
this.
How did you know that, Rachel?
How it's just coincident. I can actually relate to all the stories that have been told so far. And it's been for me quite a journey with the X-Men tools, and like my first one day class was it like 2 years ago. I was sitting there like, that doesn't make sense at all. Like, this is so far from anything cognitive that it didn't make sense. Like, by now I'm getting there, but what I was made wrong like all my life for that I'm quite slow. Like, I'm not fast enough, not, it's phlegmatic, is it? Do you know this word? Yeah. So that was the thing that kind of was put on me. And I would be the kid in the room that would sit in the corner, not really interacting with anyone else. And well, still to this day, I would maybe, sit somewhere not in the middle of the happening. I would be somewhere observing everything. So, like, now I'm getting there that I have to have the whole picture before I jump into the whatever is happening. So
It's so funny because when you say you're slow, like, we've spent a lot of time over the last year in particular, and I see you like look at something, and for me, you're receiving so much information, because I had that thing too, that I was a bit slow, and I'm actually downloading so much information. And this is one of the things that some X-Men get called like disrespectful, or off. My one was, I'm off in my own world, I'm off with the fairies, and actually I was downloading so much information about the trees, about the sun. And so, like, you translate, you speak German, you speak Russian, you speak English, obviously, and another language as well, isn't there?
Well, I do understand a couple more. Like, I would understand Spanish as well. Yeah. So.
Yeah, because I was with you and someone spoke Spanish and you were like, yeah. And so here's this massive ability and capacity with language. And one of the things that a lot of X-Men are told is they're slow. We receive, don't tell people that they're slow. Ask them, what's going on for you right now? Gently, not in an attack way, and push energy into their universe, where you're like, wow, like, how do you see this? And what are you looking at now? And would you like to tell me what that's like for you and the way your brain works, you know? Because so often when people ask me this, I'm one of my abilities, I'm super audio aware. And so I'll hear a kid over 2 streets over, I'll hear a train, I can hear things that other people, and I thought everyone heard it like this. I can hear 20 people talking at the one time. And so this is a massive capacity to me now as a facilitator, because I facilitate workshops, and I facilitate children that say I walk into a room and a kid who's totally X-Men will be like energetically say hello, and I can hear them, like I can hear the energy and the words, even if they're not speaking, I can hear that. And so Edina's daughter, Mira, she has such a gratitude for me. She just, the first time she met me, she came up and kissed me and said, I love you, Rachel. And I was like, huh? Because I was space and I didn't judge her. And so X-Men, usually they're the people that children know have their back. Animals have their back, and they're the ones with their computer, reading 7 books at the one time. For me, Troy works a lot with me. I don't sit down at a desk. I move around my apartment or walk and talk on my phone. I'm one of the people that I do much better when I'm moving. And so these are all abilities. Don't like me in a 9-to-5 job. It's like sitting at a desk, not my greatest strength, or not the use of the energetic capacities.
Yeah, I'll get there more and more, because I still have a 9-to-5 job as well, and I'm like, something is off here. I'm not getting it, in quotes. Yeah, but I get to the place where I'm like, okay, this doesn't really work for me anymore. Or it never was, but getting it more and more.
Put a treadmill in your workplace.
Sorry?
Maybe they put a treadmill in your workspace.
Yeah, that might work. Yeah.
Yeah, because the stimulation is great. Anyone else want to go? Troy, Sinam. Troy's like, ladies first.
I was like, do you want to, Sinam can go, or I was actually wondering, what was it for you?
For me, yeah.
Can I speak Turkish, and if
yes,
it is possible, translation. Thank you. Birkaç gün önce gerçekten çok kızgındım.
A few days ago, I was really angry.
Ve araçları bilmeden önce hep bundan sonra kızgınım çünkü işte iş sebebiyle ya da biri sebebiyle de sonuçlandırmaya gidiyordum.
Before I had these tools, whenever I got angry, I'd be concluding, oh, I'm angry because of this person said that and that happened at my job.
Ve bu kime ait diye sormaya başladım önce.
But this time I asked, who does this belong to?
Hey!
Çok fazla hafiflemedi.
And it didn't get any lighter.
Ve bu nedir diye sormaya devam ettim bütün gün boyunca.
But I kept asking, what is this?
Ve birkaç saat sonra algıma duyduğum birçok yalan gelmeye başladı. Bir konuşma esnasında aslında birçok yalanın farkında olduğumu alıp kabul etmeye başladım.
And a few hours of asking, what is this? I started becoming aware of the lies that I have been told, especially in a topic and some conversations. I started having awareness of all of these lies that I've been told.
Ve bu benim yani farkındalığımı alıp avantajıma kullanabilmem için harika bir hediye oldu.
And this became such a beautiful gift for me to have the awareness and use it to my advantage.
Yeah. This is huge, Sinem. I'm so grateful for you bringing this up, because for me, I used to get really angry and frustrated. And it was also because I was surrounded by a lot of lies. And this is one of the things with X-Men, because no one ever says, what are you aware of? They acknowledge the energy. When something isn't true, it creates a disruption in their space. and it creates a lot of frustration and a lot of unease. It disrupts their space when there's lies. And so these are the seekers of what's true. Yeah. Just like the earth, if something isn't true, it's not sustainable. And X-Men know this. This is a beautiful, thank you so much, Sinan, for this. It's so beautiful. So if you're angry, ask, who does this belong to? It could be a distractor implant. And also it can be that there's someone lying to you, that you're aware of a lie. What are you aware of? And then acknowledge that, you know, beautiful, beautiful. Troy.
Ladies first. Rachel.
I'm pretty sure I covered mine. And then one of my weirdest capacities is that anyone can say like one word and I can come up with a song in less than a nanosecond.
Yeah, that's true.
And
And if
all
you
of
want to actually see that in action, we did a Money Come challenge, and it's a free group that you can go, and all the recordings are there, and there's a variety of all the songs about money that you can hear. So
yeah. Even when you said that's true, I was like, because I see your true colors shining through. My brain immediately links it, and I go into the whole thing and the song, and I can download the energy of the person singing it. It's so much fun.
And we get to translate her singing. She sings in class. How did I actually do some voice exercises before translating Rachel because I know you're gonna sing.
And it makes people happy. That's the capacity. There you go. Thank you.
yeah. And like for me, like actually it was just like when I was listening to everybody, I was looking at like all of the things that everybody shares. Like I had like some part of them, and I get like one of the things would be like the most effect in my life, like perceiving other people's like projections, expectations, judgments, and separations of me, and not acknowledging that. And yeah, I get like that would be like one of the things that I like massively struggle with, because I was just so aware of other people's thought, feelings, and emotions, and I didn't actually have that information. So I thought that was me, and I would just make sure that I like don't cross like any like thing that would offend them or like they wouldn't like. So my life was just like so tiny and so little, and it was just like so, I'm gonna say, suppressed, that actually I was not like enjoying my life. And I'm so grateful for the tools of access consciousness, because it allowed me to acknowledge first and foremost how aware I am, and that I am aware of other people's thought, feelings, and emotions and projections, and I don't have to deliver them. And like for me, that was just such a, it is like still like until today, it's such a gift, and it's still like I'm still discovering like how aware I am. So yeah, I think that would be one of the things for sure.
And it's so funny because I can if you're watching, you're like a projection. So a projection is someone says, this is Troy, this is the way he should behave, this is my son, this is the, it's where someone puts you in a box and they tell you all the ways that you should behave and the ways that you shouldn't behave, and then you use them as a reference point for the way that you create yourself. And so if you're born into a family of, I'm Irish, as Irish, we look after family no matter what. And these are all the projections of the eldest girl must look after her mom, you must have babies, you must have a family, you must get married. And so then you, and then you fulfill these projections and you wake up miserable because you actually are not living what's true for you, And for me, this whole tool is still unraveling in my life, how aware I am of other people's projections. And now I work it to my advantage, in that if someone projects something at me, I can actually acknowledge that they have a projection, and I don't have to be the effect of it. And I can also use my awareness to my advantage. Yeah. So this is a huge topic, as you guys probably from this live. None of us function. We're very unique. There's no two of us the same on here. The capacities are very unique in their application and their usage. And I have to say, I am honored to know each and every one of you on here. And I'm so grateful for your difference, and how boring if we were all Barbies and Kens, you know, how beautiful we get to be us, and we get to explore that unique beauty. Yeah. Awesome.
I'm just Ken. Anywhere else I'll be a Ken.
It was going through my head the minute I said it.
Okay.
There it is, folks.
I'm just Ken.
Everywhere else I'd be a 10.
I'll be a 10.
We hope
Yeah.
that we made you laugh tonight. We hope you got something from this live. And we would love to invite you to a 3-day X-Men class. We have Turkish, we have German, we have Russian. What is it they call borash or whatever that thing is? That it's a food that I can't remember right now. Begins with B in Russia.
It's a what?
A food.
If borscht, is it?
Say it again.
Borscht. It's a soup.
Borscht. Yes.
Borscht,
yeah. Yes. Borscht. And so we have Russian. And I can sense everyone's. And we would love to invite you to use your abilities and not make yourself wrong. Disabilities are
Abilities.
And if you have children in your life, ask them a question so that they can show you the way they see things. Please do not project at them the way they should learn. Allow them to show you the way that they see things. Beautiful. That's it from us. Happy Sunday evening. I adore you guys. And how did I get so lucky to work with these wonderful people? Mwah, mwah, mwah. So
Thank
long.
you so much, Rachel.
You all goodbye. Adieu. Adieu. Bye, everyone. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Ennui.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.